All right, so today is October 12th, 2021. Quick recap. And essentially, what this is a recap on some of my trades today. Um, I started off today really badly. I traded, took some shorts and longs on Tesla and Facebook, and I was wrong in both tickers, the direction. So with Facebook, and it's funny because the setup was telling me this was going short, but I decided to go long because I had a bias, which was, oh, we've pushed down, this is a wedge. You can argue that we're going up, but actually, what happened was it was a wedge, but it wasn't time for it to go up. It was time for it to go down. We had the opposite setup here. I mean, this was what I saw. So essentially, I was like, okay, we should probably have a double bottom and head up. But price was showing otherwise. And I jumped the gun, bought 10 uh, call contracts, and it went up and then it came down. And yeah, I stopped myself out around here. So at this point, I realized that no, this isn't working. And then I started looking at it later and I saw that we were printing strong bars. So I thought, yeah, we're definitely not going up. And this is where I probably should have gone long here, because this is indeed the wedge I'm looking for. But anyway, it wasn't to be, and as a result, yeah, took a really bad loss on it. I think, how much did I take? Yeah, 373. I did actually plan that, so not plan that as in I was okay with the risk of that. The Tesla one was a bit bad, was a bit worse. I took two trades, one short and one long, and I didn't have any patience for the long trade and lost even more money. But I don't feel too bad about it because I was able to stop, even though it's a lot of money to lose, but just not, you know. But anyway, so what the idea was this, and as you can see, this is when it happened. So I was plotting this wedge, and I thought, okay, we could go short, and I jumped the gun again. I shorted at the open. I had an imbalance in there. Yeah, I had an imbalance in there. So I shorted based on that, not really truly based on anything else. And as you can see, it wasn't really what had happened. We were printing strong bars first. Actually, this was my target here. I thought I would have gotten about $1,000 over here, but I just let it rip, and then it went up, and then when it broke here, I just stopped myself out. Yeah, it was just one of those days. Then I went long, and I think I got in around here. When it got here, I just got out. I wasn't sure because of the way it was printing. I just thought this is probably a double top. Let's just forget about it. And of course, it went back up, and this would have been an okay trade. But yeah, I think what's happened now, and I've noticed this also when I trade the futures, is when I put in too much, I'm not able to objectively figure out what to do because I know there's too much at stake. But if, say, for instance, I had like a 10 shares literally of Tesla, let's say, like, now I think I played 200 shares, that's why I lost so much. If I played 10 shares, I would have at least waited through this chop and then figured everything out and then taken, my profits. As you can see, it was a very flat day all day, but then eventually we had that sell-off over there. But yeah, it just didn't really work out. And the same face we had this double bottom, and we eventually rallied all the way back to the open. So these things happen. Afterwards, I just decided to leave that, and then just started trading the future. Yesterday, I traded the future, and I lost. I mean, whilst I was up initially with $570, I now lost 3,600, which was very, very bad. So I brought my account down to quite a bit, and I had to today trade a lot to bring it back. I don't know the exact amount that I got, but I know I got over 1,000 just trading MES contracts, which was amazing. And all I was doing all day, I'm just going to take out pre-market because that's kind of confusing things. So all I was doing all day was just scalping. There were some good trades and some that were not executed well. See if we put this on the 1 minute chart. And that's what I was using pretty much the whole day. You can see the different wedges. You can see, okay, so it all started this way. I sold around here on the 5 minute chart. So if you went to NinjaTrader, I sold around, actually sold this here. And then it reversed on me. And then I sold more, the second contract, and put my exit at break even because I just wasn't ready for this thing to push up because I just realized that we may have a wedge. And if we do have a wedge to the left, chances are I may not get filled. So yeah, so I decided, okay, let me just put my entry at break even for now. And then when things are a lot clearer, I will make the decision to buy or sell and get a good sense. So yeah, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, or you can argue that's the third. So we're going sideways. And then this morning, we just carried on. Oh, excuse me. We just carried on. And I think at this point, I was just scalping in and out. I would buy around here, get to about here, and then sell. I sometimes bought at the top and made a mistake and bought some more and got up in the middle and at the top again, made some more. And then I noticed sometimes when I would take a trade, I would forget that we had a wedge, 3 pushes up, and here you just see the reversal. So I learned something there, that you have to look at every single bar that has closed relative to the previous bar and see how what you're printing, what it would most likely lead to. I think it was around about this time I had figured out what was going on. I saw this wedge. I first took it short with first 2 contracts and 3 contracts, and I mistakenly added another 11 or 10. Anyway, got to 14 contracts, and my stop was all the way up here, and I thought, okay, I can't let this thing fail on me if my stop is all the way up here. By the time we hit my stop, I would have lost quite a bit, over $1,000, which I was not prepared to lose today. So what I decided to do was take off 10 contracts and just had 4 left. Took a lot of it down round to about here, and then got out completely, and then this all happened. I think this is something I need to really work on. When you have a wedge like this, you just know you're coming down like this. It happened here again, same situation. I got in short here. I actually wanted to short it at the top, just in case, but it ran down so quickly. Oh, excuse me. It went down so quickly that I thought, well, what if this is... And also because it wasn't exactly the top, I thought maybe we may have another leg, so I wasn't sure to take this short. I think I took it short up until around here. This bar appeared, and I thought, this wedge is working. And then we had this big, massive drop. And then I marked the address. So, yes. Yeah, so that's literally what I was doing, just finding these wedges, and it was interesting seeing them appear. You see this spike, and then you now start seeing this channel. This one freaked me out a bit, because once we had this rise, I bought this bar, then we had this drop, very strong bull bear bar, and that was kind of a bit confusing. I got some more and then got out just around here, but look how far we got. No, I got out, yeah, just about here, because I plotted a trend line on these candles, but just look how far we got. Everything was perfect. It wasn't, what's the word? It wasn't random. Everything worked out, as it should. You have the bars printing exactly. When I saw this bar here, I thought, okay, this is definitely not going to work. This was one that was really interesting, seeing how this fell, even though it looked like it was going to break. But just using Powell's price action, I figured out this is definitely going to be a good short. So I took a short of this candle, at that candle, and then just got out halfway. Right, sorry, that was me falling asleep. Ah, gosh, I have this thing where how many day I lost sleep. So this is the 60-minute chart. This was today's price action. This is what I see. We have demand zone here. We have a wedge bottom. So when the Globex opens, I may just take a trade long to see how we go. When I was trading this, I used to notice we made two legs down, one, two. When we got here, I wasn't sure what to do at this point because I thought, okay, this is the buy zone, we probably won't make it down. And we did. We made it three legs down. So I'm glad that I saw that. Alright, that is the... Let's go.